What's going on, guys? We had a big day today on a lot of the calls that we had this week on Microsoft, NVDA, Tesla. What are some other ones? Roku did pretty well today. We're down a little bit on Oracle. I still held Oracle. I'm still holding right now. Closed Bank of America for about, I think it was like a 40% loss. 53% loss on Bank of America. It was a small contract though, so not a lot. I closed Microsoft, sadly. I closed the 195s yesterday for 100%. They actually went to over 600% today. I think actually over 700 during that last pump. So closed those really early. I closed the Lottos today during the morning push. I took another 100% on those. Those actually went up another, I think, 400 or 500% as well. So a little early on Microsoft closes. Took a lot of profit though, so that's okay. Just now, right before I started stream, I took some trades on MDLZ and Johnson & Johnson. Definitely a risky play. I'm betting on the volatility. So I bet on the volatility to fill my low bids on MDLZ and Johnson & Johnson. Got filled on one of my bids on JNJ. And then my bid on MDLZ got filled. I had another bid on Johnson & Johnson for the 619 155s. I canceled that because I don't like what I'm seeing with the SPY right now. I was hoping the SPY was going to bottom here and it was going to be a bulldog. But then we failed down, made a new low. So I don't like that. I closed the other contract, or I closed the order on Johnson & Johnson. So we're only in MDLZ, J&J, and still holding Oracle. I don't know if I'm going to hold Oracle again overnight. I'm going to have to decide on that in the next hour. What's going on, Jack, Josh, and BlockTech? Good to see you guys. But so if you guys didn't see the announcement, the Fed said... Well, I don't know if the Fed actually said this. This CNBC said they did say this. But they said that the Fed is looking to keep the rates at 0 until 2022. So that's pretty bullish. And the market started reacting very strongly to that. It was going up. You can see here on the left side of my screen, started pumping pretty hard. But then we instantly reversed. So getting a lot of volatility on both sides. The big thing about it was we were talking about it in Discord. Pretty much everybody knew the rates were going to stay the same. There were some people betting on negative rates. So a lot of people were talking about they were hoping the Fed was going to give us negative rates because of the coronavirus and what it was doing to the economy. They didn't do that though. So and now they're saying they're planning on keeping the rate at 0. That's basically them telling us that they're not planning on giving us negative rates, right? For the next 2 years, at least. So you can take that both ways. Slightly bearish, I guess, if you were betting on lower rates. But bullish, seeing that they're locking in at 0 for another 2 years. But yeah, so I'm betting on the volatility here. I did like the daily close on the SPY. It was closing above the trend. The 4-hour looked good. The lower time frames were bullish. This little low that we're making right now is a little scary. I'm hoping we can get back above like 321 by the end of the day. If it starts to nuke below like 319, not looking too good for the positions that I just took. But I knew that risk going into it, so that's okay. Both of the trades that I took are positions that I can easily add on to. Johnson & Johnson, I took a really small trade looking at this first bullish bar in the OTS. You're also bouncing perfectly off the 50 moving average. You have some buy signals coming in on the indicator. You closed above the pivot, closed above resistance. You have a bull div coming in on the Momo. Basically, everything is telling you to buy, right? So I got filled on a low bid. I canceled my lower bid on the 619, but if we do see continuation tomorrow, I'm probably going to look to buy some more contracts on JNJ. MDLZ, like I was telling people in Discord, this is the best chart on my watch list. This chart is extremely bullish, very clean. You have a cupping kind of support coming in. You're above all of my indicators here. Everything on my chart is saying bullish. You had an inside bar yesterday, and then you had another inside bar today, but we're bouncing off the support level, okay? So this looks extremely bullish. So I went ahead and bought the 55 strikes, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, 55 strikes for next week. I bought 4 of those on my small account for the challenge. So those should be pretty good. Besides that, we're up $130 today on the small account, so a little over 10%. Not bad. If we keep doing 10% a day, it should be no problem, but I want to get a lot higher than that. We need to have a couple of like 50% days, which we would have had if we didn't sell so early on Microsoft. We had a day trade today on Norwegian. I could show you guys that trade. So what we were looking for on Norwegian here, you had a 4-hour pivot. You bounced off it perfectly, had a buy signal come in on the OTS. Me and JMA both took trades on this, basically right on that wick. I took a day trade. He took a longer term trade. This is another one where I left a lot of money on the table. We've left over, I don't even want to think about it, but probably like $1,500 on the small account. So a little over 200%. We've probably left on the table in the past 3 days. So that tells you how bullish a lot of our plays were. But yeah, so I bought Norwegian here. I added onto it here. And then I added onto it again when we broke that high. So my average was somewhere around here. I was targeting this pivot as my final target. But I didn't like the way that it kept stalling out right here. So I went ahead and took profit on that move right there for 50%. A quick in and out. I think it took us like 20 minutes. 50% gain. If I would have held it for the target, I think that would have been, what did I say it was? I think it was like 115. I sold it at 90. So it would have been about 20% more. And then if I would have sold close to the top, I think it went up over 100%. So really big trade there. So that was a nice day trade. We still have 2 of our day trades left that we can trade either tomorrow or Friday. Here we go. Seeing a little bit of recovery towards the end of the day. I like that. The SPY is in a really sketchy spot. So anybody holding contracts on anything overnight, I wouldn't say very likely, but I would not be surprised if we have a red day tomorrow. SPY is in a very sketchy spot. You could probably look at the volatility of the VIX. Okay, that's actually good. The VIX is down a little bit on the 1 minute. Let's take a look at the longer time frames. But yeah, the VIX is spiking here on the 1 hour, but it is pulling back, so that's good. Yeah, so we talked about this in Discord. We talked about the VIX coming into that trend that it's been failing. This is good. This could be good for the SPY. We'll have to see. But like I said, I would not be surprised if tomorrow's red. It's very risky to buy trades or buy anything at the end of the day here. But because it's risky, it could pay off tomorrow big time. What option did you take on Johnson & Johnson? I took the 152.50s for June 12th. I had an order for the 155 June 19th, but I went ahead and closed that. I canceled that, I mean, because I didn't like the way the SPY was failing. It would not have got filled anyway. The bid hasn't gone down to where I put my order at. What's going on, Keytoy? Moneybag said, you think I should hold my 950 calls on Tesla 619? That's a hard call, man. Tesla, you should be up so much that, like I was saying earlier today in Discord, how much do you want out of it? You know what I mean? Like, you should be up, what? Probably over 100%. But another thing I said in Discord was you could basically add 30 to 50% to any one of your profit targets, and you'd hit it. Because it's so bullish right now, right? On everything, not just Tesla. I could have added 30 to 50%, even 100% to almost every single one of my trades, and I still would have hit my targets. So it's a battle between taking the 100%, taking the good profit, or trying to squeeze a little bit more out of it because the market's so bullish. Tesla is... It's in, like... Here, I'll show you a fib here. It's in a territory where you're just looking at fibs, right? Your all-time high. So if you look at the high before we broke out, you're targeting 1027, which is very close. If you bring this closer, you're already breaking that target, right? So your next targets are about like 1087 to 1100. Those are really high, right? So I'd probably base it off of this fib down here. And I would look for that 1027. But you're so close to that. Is that worth holding overnight? Andy said the question of the day, SPY will close green or red. Yeah, really. It's pretty much borderline right now. Inverse head and shoulders coming in could close green. Back above the trend too. You're failing your 50 moving average currently. What's going on, Digital? MDLZ made a new high. There we go. I'm telling you guys, this is a slow mover. Very slow mover. There is not a single chart on my watch list that looks better than this. I'm hoping that it gives me some time to add on to it tomorrow, because I'd like to add on a little bit more. I wanted to go pretty hard in it today, but it's too risky. I can't buy that many contracts into the close. I'd like to probably double my size in this on the small account before I hit my target. Keytoy said you got to set your targets and take them. Yeah. That was my problem with Microsoft. My target was an all-time high. I closed yesterday. So I closed way too early. Gotta listen to my gut on that one. Yeah, so if you guys haven't been paying attention, Microsoft, all-time high today. Tesla, all-time high today. I think Apple, all-time high. Maybe Facebook. Yeah, Apple, all-time high. I think Facebook as well. Facebook, I think it topped out perfectly on its high. NVIDIA, all-time high. The tech industry is performing right now. If you guys are looking for big plays, tech is the industry you want to be in. What's your target on MDLZ? My target is 55. The same strike as the contracts. But there is a lot of resistance kind of around 54.50. So if we start to stall out, I'll probably take profit around there. But by then, they should be up. I took the contracts for June 19th on those because there's not a lot of volume on the June 12th. But by then, it should be up a decent bit. Probably at least 50%. Probably even more than that. Probably closer to 75 to 100. Johnson & Johnson going to be good tomorrow? It should. It really should. It's the same as Disney, right? When we took Disney, Disney looked absolutely fantastic. One of the best charts on my watch list. But then we had a red day. So it killed Disney. That's the same thing for Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson, if we have a green day or even like a inside bar day tomorrow, I think Johnson & Johnson runs. Johnson & Johnson's not a big mover, though. I'm not expecting a massive move here. But yeah, same thing. If we see a red day tomorrow, I think that's the only thing that will bring it down. Look at how long it's been consolidating. If you would have bought that 50 moving average test yesterday, those contracts are up huge. What are they up? I'll tell you. Let's see. Yeah, they're up 300%, all the way up to 1,000% on the Fridays. About 200% on average on the June 19th. If you bought that test of that support, massive trade yesterday. We were watching Johnson & Johnson, but I don't like buying candles like that because if you look at this, if I zoom in here, you're closing basically below all of these inside bars. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About eight candles here. You're closing below. And then you had a close below the 50. This looked like it wanted to roll over. And now we're kind of running into resistance, right? We're kind of at the top of that accumulation. The main reason I'm betting on it breaking is the Momo here. The momentum is much higher than it was previous, right? This little pullback here to this move here, the momentum is much higher. You could almost consider this a bull div. But if you look at the daily, like Kito's talking about here, if I move my line here, you could look at this daily downtrend. It's not that pretty, right? So we're probably still about a day or two early. But looking at this setup, I think it will pay off. If we're right, it will really pay off. Because it's not going to be a slow break, I don't think. You scooped a few 619s as well. Yeah, they're risky plays, but these will pay off. This target up here will be solid. This gap fill, it hasn't filled this gap. You kind of wicked it here, but you haven't filled it completely. So that's basically the target. The 155s. It's a low volatility trade too. So like even if we're wrong, we shouldn't lose that much. So like if you're trading the June 19th, the implied volatility is 30%. That's not that bad. If you're trading the June 12th, it's a little higher. Well, the contracts I have are actually lower, 29%. But yeah, they're around 30. So if we're wrong on these, it's not going to be killer. We're not going to lose like 100% a day. Boeing. I can take a look at Boeing. Boeing had a pretty big pullback today. The tail wick, though, the bottom wick looks pretty good. The bottom wick looks solid. You're not really bouncing off support. I mean, you're kind of like bouncing off the low of this candle here. You still have a lot of resistance here on the pivot. The thing about this is it looks like a bulldog, right? You could pop up a little bit, maybe pull back, and then boom, all the way up to probably 237. Maybe a gap fill here. 230. You have to hold this pullback, though. You don't really want to see anything lower. Probably pop up a little bit, pull back, and then go. Anything lower is bad news. Could be a day trade tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on it. I don't think we could day trade these, though, on the small account. They're too expensive. MDLZ still looking really good on the close. A little bit of a retrace here. Kind of a bear dip. Might sell off a little bit into the close, but pretty strong. Look at all these buy wicks here. All these candles are getting bought up. Johnson & Johnson failing that daily trend. That's okay. Worst case scenario, Johnson & Johnson breaks the low. Tomorrow, we let it go for a small loss. It would be like a 2% loss on Johnson & Johnson. So probably like somewhere between 20 to 40% loss on the option contract. Is SPY selling off here? Johnson & Johnson not liking that daily trend. But then you see this trend, right? So that looks really bad. But then you throw on something like this. This is still slightly bearish. But if you look at it on more of a bull flag pattern, that's not so bearish anymore, right? And that's basically what I'm betting on. Bull flag. Consolidating. Looking for that breakout. Hey, Turn Up, appreciate the resub, man. 16 months. Welcome back. One of our last remaining subs on Twitch. Zoomers are happy these days. Why do you say that, Rum? Because of Robinhood traders? Yeah, Kif, JMA took Square on the small account. Not sure if he took it on his main account. He took it on the small one, though. Speak of the devil.
So what's the plan?
I bought Johnson & Johnson and MDLZ into the close. Johnson & Johnson looking a little scary the way it's failing the wick. MDLZ looks good. I was talking about how you bought Square. Did you buy it on your main as well, or just your small one?
Just a small. What? Oh, shit. Wow, that bumped up.
Square?
Yep.
Where'd you buy it at?
I think around like 90 bucks.
Oh yeah, you bought it before the meeting.
Yeah.
You got a really good spike in that.
I thought everything was dropping.
It was, yeah. The markets were. With that little pump, when it was pumping, basically everything was following. And then when it started dumping, most stocks started dumping, but a lot of them didn't. So a lot of them are holding their pumps. Like Activision held its pump. Tesla's pumping, is it? That's basically where it was at the start of the day. Yeah, Square looks good. Everything is risky as hell here because we probably won't. It's not very likely, but could see a red day tomorrow. Look at this trend here. So this trend I have drawn out, this is a daily. You could also look at it on the 4 hour. You could also look on the 1 hour. We're betting on it holding or failing. Yeah, Johnson & Johnson with that little sell-off there, we're down 30%. That's okay. A very small contract. It's basically the size that we took on Bank of America.
So what are the plays for tomorrow? Are we finding anything setting up right now, like after this pullback?
I like MDLZ. I like Cisco. Cisco's huge.
God, dude, look at the daily candle on Amazon. That's not good.
What is it, nuking? Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, Cisco 1 hour is extremely clean.
Daily looks pretty good too.
What time is it? I need to decide if I want to close Oracle. I got 30 minutes. Oracle just looks like one of those charts where I finally close it and it's going to break out right after I close it.
PayPal strong as fuck.
Yeah, PayPal's pretty high on my list as well. I like Intel. Oh, PayPal had a really nice bounce there off that meeting. Yeah, PayPal and Intel.
Q's didn't give a shit about the meeting.
PayPal is all-time high right there. I called out PayPal and Intel earlier, but they were both selling off, so I looked away. And then they reversed. Look at that. That meeting saved PayPal.
Yeah, the Q's didn't give a fuck about it.
No, I don't have any SPY calls. Disney crashed. Hopefully I sold it. No, it didn't crash. This kind of went down like 1%. Johnson & Johnson did not like that daily trend line. Hopefully it gets a little buy up here on the end of the day. What are we trading? We're trading the 152.50s, so that's only like a 3% move. We only need one green day, and we'll hit that. I called out Activision yesterday for a day trade today. I didn't take it. I was worried about Microsoft. And Activision has been running all day. It would have been a great day trade. When I called it out last week during that support bounce, that was the trade. It's up 9% since that support bounce. Disgusting. SPY's green. Nice. There we go. That's what I want to see. Johnson & Johnson slowly recovering. MDLZ running here. I like that. Yeah, we're up 30% on MDLZ. We're down 25 on Johnson & Johnson, but Johnson & Johnson is 1/6 the size of my MDLZ play. So you can tell that I knew Johnson & Johnson was very risky. I took a really small trade. We closed the big side of it. So I took a small side on the 612. I had a big side on the 619. I closed the 619s. We actually probably would have got filled here, I think. Let me see the 619 bid. So it was the one... What were we doing? We were doing the 155s, I believe. Does anybody remember in here? I think it was the 155. Let me take a look. Yeah, it was the 155. Yeah, we would be down big on those. So That was good that I closed that. Or that I canceled that. I had a limit in at 65 cents. They're down to 50 cents now. So if I wanted to buy that side, now would probably be the time. I don't know. With how strong of a rejection that had on the daily trend line, I don't know if I want to buy those here. Maybe wait for confirmation tomorrow.
MDLZ is a beast.
Dude, if that chart, tell me that's not the best chart on our watch list. Like, it looks so
nice.
good, dude. I'm planning on adding it tomorrow. If it sees any kind of strength tomorrow, I'm going to add on.
American Airlines looks like dog shit.
Yeah, the airlines are really sketchy here.
I just bought another SPY call on the small account.
Vive, MDLZ is a very slow mover, so it's probably going to take a couple days for our trade to play out.
Holy fuck, Alibaba. Microsoft still just pushing. No fucks given.
Dude, the contracts that I took, the 195s, they're up, I think, 800%.
Yikes.
Yeah. The lottos that I took are up over 600.
Wow, whoever got Snapchat, whoever bought Snapchat this morning.
We have, I think, Rhinos in Snapchat.
Someone bought or added onto that in the morning. Dirty.
Yeah, Johnson & Johnson's back below that pivot. Very hard rejection of that trend line. Down 40% on the contract. I'm going to let it go overnight, but if it doesn't show strength in the morning, I'll probably let it go for a loss. That is completely okay. That's what we... Hey, Bree, I appreciate the resub. 2 months in a row. Thank you for that. It's all good, though. We saw that coming. Still up over almost 20% on the day on the account. So, big day. Now, Oracle. See, Oracle's a problem because it's still closing above resistance. Still looks like it could break out on any day, really. It's just not moving. 4-hour candles are pretty ugly. 1 hour, I like that 1 hour. Lots of support bounces. Just really choppy here. I think I give Oracle one more day. It doesn't look bad enough for me to close it right now. I'm still down 20%. Not a really big size contract. I think I'll give it one more day. Activision's still running. Yeah, Johnson & Johnson did not like that trend line. How much are the 150s on Johnson & Johnson? Let me see. The 150s are 53 cents. No, it's not really worth it. Could add on to my 152s. A little risky. Johnson & Johnson had such a strong daily, and now the daily's hideous. Look at how good this daily was. Imagine that wick is not there. That daily is so strong.
Yeah.
Literally destroyed like 10 inside bars. And then failed that wick. You gotta love it. Or that trend. You win some and you lose some. I still like Cisco. Yeah, take a look at Cisco. Look at the daily closing above that pivot.
Yeah, I like that too. I've been liking Cisco for the past few days.
I wonder if I pick it up here before the close. People are pretty bearish on the options because the June 19th, the $48 that are basically in the money, or sorry, the $49, they got a 30 delta. So they're not even a high chance. The 50 strikes are really cheap. They'd basically be lottos. That's really far out though for Cisco. Probably would play the 48s. MDLZ, I took the 55s. 55 June 19th. We're up 35% already. Or 33%. Johnson & Johnson, we're down to 45. Johnson & Johnson got us there. Now, do we go full degen and add on to Johnson & Johnson? It has a 1 minute bull div here. It's starting to bottom. If I was going to add on, it'd be now. They're only 10 cents. This is a descending triangle, so it is leaning bearish. But it is also a bull flag descending triangle. The weekly looks good. How much did I put into it? I put like nothing into it. I think it's like 25. Let's see. 35, I think. Yeah, 35. $0.10 would have been where to get filled. It's at 20. The spreads are huge. Yeah, it's back to 21 on the bid. I'm gonna put in a low bid here to add on to Johnson & Johnson. I'm gonna put it at like 12 cents. Probably not gonna get filled, but just to lower my average. Which contract is that? It's the 152.50. How about Twillo and work? Twillo, 1 minute's good. Daily's good too. Not bad. Look at Twillo. Pretty good. What are the options like on that? The options are not too bad. Yeah, they're actually really expensive. And then what'd you say? You said work. Work is bouncing off a pivot, but you're breaking a daily uptrend. Not too good on that. Buy is red on the day. You're break even.
DIA was able to hold the 78.6 fib. Or it's trying to hold it. Q's just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. The problem with SPY being flat here is that's not good. You needed SPY to have a decent update today. So you would have room for the next daily to stay above trend. If it closes here, tomorrow's going to open below trend. And if it opens below trend, it could easily pull back to 317, maybe 316. It'd still be very bullish, but that would still hurt whatever plays you're holding overnight. That's like a 1% pullback. XPE 100 call. What's XPE? Expedia? Expedia is failing a pivot pretty much perfectly, so not too good. It is finding support though. Doesn't look bad. There's no confirmation though. You would have to break today's high around 89.50. If you break that, it looks decent. I want Johnson & Johnson to close above this pivot. It's got 2 cents to do it. There you go. Now it's on the pivot. If Johnson & Johnson closes like my brush, like above here, this would be pretty good. Continue upward. Closing down here is a little sketch. Yeah, it's crazy money bag. PayPal made an all-time high again. Been calling out PayPal all week. It has never took the trade. Didn't really give a great signal. Just kind of rolled. It rolled off that trend. Intel giving a really good daily close. Pepsi giving a really good daily close.
Yeah, I like Intel.
GLD, I'd be looking for like 165, 164. DJ. The daily on GLD is really strong. Nice money bag, yeah. It's one of those markets, guys. You're probably going to sell everything early. Unless you feel like holding every single day. The market is running. It's really hard to catch a top on these. The VIX is popping. That's not good. Yeah, it is popping. I'm telling you, man. I might have bought these a day early. It might be a red day tomorrow. That's okay, though, because I think I want to add on to MDLZ, depending on how low it gets. Oracle, I'm probably going to cut if we see a red day tomorrow. Johnson & Johnson, I'm going to cut. MDLZ might add on. We are not in a lot right now. I can tell you exactly how much we're in. So out of my buying power, we are in...
VIX is going down.
Is it?
Yeah, VIX is going. To me, it looks like it's failing a 4-hour trend.
Yeah, but it's on the 1 minute it's going up. That's what they were saying.
Oh.
Yeah, 1 minute it's spiking a little bit. But no, it's definitely downtrending. 100%. Oh, sorry guys. Here we're using my account keeps changing, so I gotta like 30. We're using 23%. So I'm 77% in cash right now. 23% in holdings. So a red day would not kill us here. Powell really fumbled the bag today. Why do you say that? Diego said, I've been getting into position sizes that I'm okay with. They go to 0, which helps when holding in the market, in this market, but still leaving a lot on the table because these keep running. Yeah, so I used to use that mentality, but the problem is, when I was okay with it going to 0, I would literally let it go to 0. And if you do that enough, your account's gone. So I would get in trades and I'd treat them like lottery tickets, right? Like, oh, I bought it. If it goes to 0, whatever, I already paid for it. But I would literally let every single one of those go to 0. Minus 100%, minus 100%. And it's not a really good way to think about it. What I've been doing kind of right now is, like, for example, on the small account, I'm in MDLZ. I put in $100. I'm okay with losing 50. Like, if I lost 50% on that, I'm okay with that. That's okay. That's a pretty big loss, but it's better than letting it go to 0, right? Losing 100. Basically, everything that I'm taking, I don't want to lose more than, like, 50% on most of them. The smaller contracts, like the Johnson & Johnson one that I took, the Bank of America one that I took, those were really small. They were like less than $30. So if I lost 100%, it's not going to kill me. I'm not going to let them go to 100, but if it like gapped down and I got destroyed, it's not the end of the day. It's not the end of the world, you know what I mean? Yeah, basically the same thought process as you. MDLZ selling off a little bit into the close. Johnson & Johnson sold off and then kind of staying the same. What's Oracle doing? Oracle just, it won't give me a clear sign to close it. So I'm going to hold on to it one more day. It's closing right in between two pivots. If I ask you the best advice to grow a small account, what would it be? You have to treat it like you would a big account, right? You can't just take every single trade and not care if you lose it, because it's like right now, I'm not making a lot of money. Like this small account, I'm up $150. Being up $150 with the plays that we've been talking about in Discord, that's like fucking nothing, right? But if I look at it percentage-wise, we're doing about 10 to 20% a day, which is pretty big. And if I keep doing that, we could have this account to like 3,000, 5,000 by the end of the challenge, no problem. You have to treat the small gains and small losses as you would like a bigger account. Just look at it as like percentages, not actually dollar values. What's your small account at right now, JMA?
Give me 1 second.
Look at NGD. I'll take a look. Oh, yeah, it looks pretty good. Breaking out. Pretty strong weekly. Is this just like a gold miner?
I just picked up some Nikola puts that expire Friday. Complete lotto, overnight lotto.
On your small account or main?
Main. I just put $1,000 into it.
Nice. They expire overnight. Is it or tomorrow?
They expire on Friday.
Oh, okay.
The closest expiration. My small account right now is at 7. I'm down $34, $718.
Gotcha. Yeah, he just started today, guys, and I just got all my buying power today. So technically, today's like our first day. I started trading on Monday, but I only had $350 of my buying power instead of $750. It was extremely hard. I missed the Facebook trade. I missed the NVIDIA trade. I didn't take Roku because it was too high. It's been a rough road. Like I said in Discord, once we get to that like $1,500 mark, it's gonna be a lot faster. It's $1,500, $2,000, like JMA was saying. JMA was saying like 2,000's like he feels like it's the minimum you need in options to really be able to play around with a lot of different contracts. And I agree with that.
See,
go ahead.
The thing is you always have to have you always have to have money to the side to buy on red days and on dips, because if you don't, then you're not going to make money, because if you buy high and it ends up falling on you and you don't have money to add when it's down, and then when it goes back up, then you're basically just even again. You're not making money anymore. You don't play this game to break even.
Yeah, it's very well said. Yeah, that like 1,500 to 2,000 mark, most contracts that we're trading, they're around $100 to $300. There's some of them that are a little higher, maybe 350, maybe 400. Not a lot of them are over 400. So when you're at like 1,500 to 2,000, you have enough to take a few contracts. If it goes down, you can add on a few contracts, and you can also trade multiple things, right? I could put like 300 in Roku. I could put 300 in Facebook. I could put 300 in NVIDIA. That's another thing with options. If you're looking to build a small account in options, I'd probably start with nothing less than what we're starting with, like 750. Maybe 500 if you're looking to trade like not any of the big companies, right? 500 is okay if you're trading like the sub $100 contracts. Looks like everything's selling off here. See, like, if tomorrow's a red day, if MDLZ pulls back into this range right here, I might be down a good chunk on my contracts, but I'll probably add on, to be honest. This chart is so clean. Johnson & Johnson, I'll probably let go. It's only one contract. Oracle, I'll probably let go. Oracle's actually getting pretty ugly. I honestly could let it go here.
I'm down 9% on the small account. I might blow this account out.
Are you fully in? Like all your
Yeah,
you're
I got
buying?
$27 in buying power left.
Oh shit. Hey, different strategies. You've already thrown your entire account in. I haven't even done that a single day yet.
I'll be right back.
NVTA, good to get in before the market closes. I can take a look. You only have like a couple minutes left. It's forming a daily pivot. You're losing momentum. Doesn't look too good. You have a lot of resistance here that you're failing. Probably not. Probably wait for tomorrow. It's not like a good enough chart to be like, oh shit, I need to buy it right now. It does look really good though. Not right now. What is this, NVTA? Take a look at the options. See what we're working with. The only, yeah, $20. You could buy the $20. Some lottos. They're $10 spreads though. It's a 50% spread. Bearish divergence on the S&P daily from April. The problem with that digital is, like me and Jay May were saying, so many stocks and so many, just basically everything, they have bear divergences and they're just running, right? There's so many tech stocks that have bear divs that are running all-time highs. You know what I mean? But no, yeah, the 4 hours got a bear div. The 1 hour is rolling over. I definitely could see a red day tomorrow. That's why I'm mostly in cash. We're 77% in cash right now. Tomorrow will be the day that I'm looking to buy a lot of these on our watch list, and I'll probably add on to MDLZ. If it's a green day, then hey, it's a green day. We'll make some money on MDLZ most likely. If it's a red day, then we'll be ready. I got a lot of buying power left. Oracle's a little sketchy, failing the... Well, I guess if you take it from there, it's breaking it. But if I go back to here, it's actually failing this trend. One thing about trend lines, they are up for debate. All right, here we go, guys. We got the close in 30 seconds. Make sure to have all your positions where you want them. Buy, not looking good. Very likely there will be a red day tomorrow. Nice cup here on the close on MDLZ, but it could fail downward, double top. And there's the bell. Let's watch the SPY after hours here. It closed to the tick on that daily trend. The Discord's $199 right now, Moneybag. It's a one-time payment. We're looking to completely change our pricing because the signals and stuff that we're doing right now, this wasn't intended for the current pricing. So we're probably going to be changing the pricing pretty soon. But it's $199 right now. Make sure you use the discount code June100. If you don't, it's going to be $299. Not a whole lot happening here after hours. Oh, my QCOM alert went off earlier today and I completely ignored it. Let's see what it did. Okay, that's okay. I was looking for a breakout, but then it failed, so that's okay that I ignored it. Bank of America getting down to that level that I wanted to watch for. Maybe next week we could trade Bank of America again. Yeah, SPY not looking too good here. Probably will see a 1%. I'm guessing like a 1% red day tomorrow. I'm really happy I canceled the Johnson & Johnson order. We would have been pretty deep in the red on that. I had a bad feeling about it, so I went ahead and canceled it. Yeah, TVIX is climbing. SPY's falling after hours. Really weird. The market is just so strange right now. You would think the Fed's saying they're going to keep rates at 0 for 2 years. You'd think that'd be pretty bullish. But everything is being priced in at such a quick rate that it doesn't even matter. Buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Yep, here's the sell-off coming in. MDLZ is right on VWAP. Hey, take care, guys. Everybody in the Discord, appreciate you guys being here, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Discord has been awesome lately, guys. Everyone that's in the Discord, appreciate you guys. It's been a real fun time the past couple of days. We just made this gains channel from when we started doing the options trading, and you can see people are making a lot of money already. Pretty solid days we've had. This week has been a hell of a week. Yeah, Oracle's selling off a little bit. Like I said, if Oracle's red tomorrow, probably gonna let it go. Johnson & Johnson might let it go. MDLZ, I'm okay to add. Job loss release tomorrow. Yeah, Thursday, the unemployment numbers. Those haven't had an impact on the SPY for the past couple of months. So, I don't think it will have an impact. They were hitting all-time highs, like record numbers, disgustingly high numbers, and SPY did not give a shit. SPY kept climbing. So, I don't think it will have a huge impact. But alright guys, I'm really tired. My throat's killing me. Been talking since 9:30 in the Discord. I'm going to call it a stream on that. As I said, if you guys are in Discord, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We're going to do the same thing. 9:30, basically from open to close. So you guys are looking to live trade, we'll be here. I'll see you guys in Discord, you guys in stream. Appreciate you guys being here. Make sure if you're new, hit that follow button on Twitch or subscribe button on YouTube. I do stream 5 days a week, 3 p.m. Eastern. But all right, guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good night. Stay safe. Peace out.